Today, we have Kareem Igal, a senior network engineer at Harvard University. We have Ali Abdi, who works in asset management accounting at PricewaterhouseCoopers. We have Amal Mohammed, who is a middle school science teacher at KIP Academy Lynn. And we have Shamso Ahmed, the director and the founder of International Translation Company. So you will all have an opportunity to ask questions. This is a great opportunity, so please take advantage of it. Panelists, please introduce yourselves and tell us why you chose your respective professions.
Hi, I'm Kingilabash. Network engineer at Harvard University. Basically maintain and troubleshoot whoever on the network side, both on the local area network as well as wide area network. So I chose network engineering as it paid well. I actually enjoy working on computers and basically programming and troubleshooting. So my main goal was actually going to telecommunications, because when I came to the States, I thought that Somali actually needed a good telecommunications infrastructure. So I thought it would actually be better if I ever actually went back. But I'm still glad to go back. So that's the reason I chose telecommunications as well as networking.
Hi everybody, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ali Abdi. I work at PwC, an accounting firm here in Boston, as many of you might know. I chose accounting because first of all, I went to Bell University, which is a business school, and in my freshman year, I got an internship position with PricewaterhouseCoopers, and I was able to see, while I was still deciding what I wanted to do, I saw it was an interesting subject for me, and maybe I was good at it, I don't know, but it's also a major that it's a good major to start your career. I can't say now that I will be doing accounting the rest of my life, but I think at a young age in my life, I found accounting to be an interesting subject that I can develop myself and learn about.
Assalamu alaikum. So my name is Amal, and I was fortunate enough to graduate from here in Djsmokie University. And I would like to take the opportunity to all of the SSA members and people who organize this for putting this together every week. Seeing everybody here tonight. So great job to you all. I studied biology and science in college, and I was really into my career back to begin was just like go into medical school and be a pediatric doctor and be able to work with kids. But then I was told after having several conversations with my parents that might be something that was really working well, that might maybe when we go back home to Somalia, we were fortunate enough that we did a really good job, but that was not enough for me, and I was really interested in a place where I was able to do more and be able to touch a lot more lives. Then I got into my last year here. The last 2 years here in Northeastern, I was able to get into an organization called Djsmokie, where they work with preschool children in well-performing schools or kindergarten or preschools. And I really enjoyed myself working with them for those 2 years, and then that led me to apply to Teach for America, where then I joined that organization and worked as a high school teacher here in Boston local schools. And that now led me into moving on to a different path in which I'm currently working at a charter school. And the reason why I chose teaching specifically is just like to be able to give back to the community, and specifically to children whose lives are much more similar to mine, and be able to create opportunities and be able to show them a person who looks like them be in front of them in the classrooms, and then be able to know that they are able to reach where I'm currently.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Shamsa. The reason why I started ITC is over the years, I took care the last maybe 10 years, my dad was sick. So every time I guess I take him to the hospital, doctors have recognized that I guess I was really, that I was really good at speaking both languages and interpreting both languages. So over the years, I really looked into it. I went to also the Eastern Europe, and I did accounting and finance. Went into the car business to do finance for 6 years. I was a finance manager of the car business. And over the years, I looked into it, but I really didn't look at it as a career or something that I was going to do. But over time, I really realized that I really love helping people. And I looked into it. I went to UMass Boston. I took a training there for translation. And the more that I got into it, the more I really realized that language is actually a skill and something that I could really learn every day. So I started ITC. I started with 17 languages, and now we specialize in 110 languages. And I wanted to give a huge thank to my parents for really believing in me and my family. And I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and every one of them has just encouraged me and told me that sky's the limit. You know, whatever I put into my mind, as long as I put on 100% into it, I could achieve anything that I really want. And I really, live by that and truly believe in it. Right now, inshallah, 2016, I wanted to open a beauty salon and spa. I went to cosmetology school the last 2 years, just graduated recently, and took my license through the state. So that's my big project in 2016, inshallah. And I really love getting up every morning and learning something new. As I really look into that every single morning, if I can learn something new, if I can help somebody, and God has just put so much wonderful people in my life who wants to open every door for me. So alhamdulillah for that. And just every day, just working hard and just believing in myself and looking into it. If there's anything I put in my mind to it, I could really achieve with the help of Allah.
All right, so we'll now be taking questions. We'll be passing around a mic, so please just raise your hand if you have a question. Panelists, please volunteer to answer the question. Any one of you can do that. And just for time's sake, we're going to have one panelist for each question. No volunteers?
Wait.
Biggest obstacle you guys have to overcome. What was the biggest obstacle you had to overcome?
I think managing people is absolutely one of the hardest things ever. Because I have certain ways of, when I have projects to get done, you're facing deadlines, you gotta get the client, you gotta answer them back within an hour. And if the other person that's working with you doesn't have the same passion, it is the toughest thing to manage in life. It's really hard. And, firing and hiring is the worst 2 things ever. So that's, I think, one of the biggest struggles that I usually face.
I just wanted to ask a quick question, and Abdul touched upon it in the beginning. One of the things that I think about now, every day, getting closer to my career, is whether I should do something that benefits the Somali community here, or even the American community here, or whether I should go back and benefit and do some things that would help our country and our people back home. Do you guys think about that, or is that something that you guys struggle with as well? Thank you.
Thanks for that good question. As you can all see, I'm the rookie professional around here because I've only been in the business for 2 years. But recently, I realized that life is more than just waking up in the morning and doing what I do and come back home and do the same thing again. There has to be some purpose. And the Somali issue always comes to my mind. But then I realized, there are Somalis here who need us. So I feel like it's hard to, my point is, we have to start giving back to our community here. And then if we can do our best here, then we can take that to Somalia. I recently started to get involved in Boston Islamic Center, our mosque here, and I'm working with them in setting their financial information and helping them as a CPA, But of course, I have ambitions to help them down the road when it comes to Somalia. I know it's for me, I'm always hopeful that Somalia will be a better place. But I believe that we should start here and then go forward with it.
I'm both challenged and excited. My excitement comes from the fact that the new generation is right there and trying to represent a positive image of us. My challenge is actually for you. The challenge is this: as you make your career, I think it's important that you guys should also pick 5 students in the Boston community that you are responsible, not responsible in terms of feeding, but responsible in terms of feeding their mind. Because you understand what I'm saying? In terms of feeding their mind, mentorship, tell them something, take them around. And that way, one day, they will become successful like you, they'll emulate you. And inshallah, that's just the little challenge that I wanted to put forward. I'm excited. Good job from the organizers. I'm glad to be here tonight.
Hi. So my question is, okay, so we know that you guys are obviously really active in your fields. How do you guys stay active in your communities, and what kind of things that you do in order to stay involved, and what kind of, potential resources or kind of programs do you guys want to bring to the community?
So one of the things that I try to do as frequently as possible, specifically when it deals with my career, is as I've said already, and I believe also the other speaker, Ahmed, earlier at the night, is that okay. Is that you must be able to know what your passion is, first of all, and that passion should be able to be something that feeds your drive and be able to get you from one place to the other. And that should also feed the drive to go seek the people that would best help you to get where you need and to be able to accomplish any of the things that you set out to do. So one of the things that I tend to do is meet with my colleagues and be able to catch up with them throughout the day when we're teaching together or afternoons. And then we also I currently have a coach within my field, and she's also the assistant principal in my school, that is also guiding me through my passion and my plan in life as a career-wise. And I